Hi, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'd like to thank those of you who've liked the videos and have subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. I'll keep making the videos if you keep watching them. Always, I would like to thank my good friends Steve, Dennis, and Jeff the Cheeky Scouser, because I'm here today at an indoor range. I'm going to be shooting this, which is the Weihrauch HW35 E with the stainless look in 177. Now, as you know from watching the channel, I've gotten back into shooting break barrels, springers, whatever you want to call them, but from my perspective, there is so much fun, nuance and accuracy and skill involved with shooting these compared to a PCP. And when Steve at the range told me that he had one and he was singing its praises immediately, I thought, right, you know, given the context of us singing from the same hymn sheet in terms of falling back in love with shooting break barrels, I went out and hunted this, found this, and yeah, here we are today. So I'm going to give you a quick kind of overview of the rifle, then I'll show you some chrono results which I'll cut to, and then we'll cut back, and basically I'm going to be doing a 25-meter test, open sights, with a target downrange over there. So first of all, the action is dressed with this really nice walnut stock. It's got a really, whilst it's non-adjustable here, it's got a really nice profile, really nice low profile, which fits in terms of being able to use the open sights, or if you want to use the 11mm dovetail rail over here to mount a scope, you can do that. You've also got sockets over here so you can put an arrestor pin for your scope mounts. Something over here at the back, you've got a really nice rubber butt pad with these kind of designs over here. They're almost like spacers. They appear to be spacers, but they're not. They're part of the rubber butt pad, which is really nice and firm. Underneath the rear section of the butt section, you've got a sling mount over here, which is fixed. And just whilst we do that, we've got one over here at the front, attached to the front section of the barrel. I'll be honest with you, I'm not particularly fond of these. I would like to get them removed. And yeah, from my perspective, I prefer that they weren't there, but it's one of those where it's, I suppose, different people prefer these in place already on a rifle, because they're going to be taking this out potentially either shooting outside for various reasons, and you know, being able to mount this on a sling. But for me, I'm going to be using it indoors. I'm not going to be using the sling, so yeah, I don't need them. Let's carry on going forward. You've got the grip section as well, which has got some beautiful stippling over here and Weihrauch logo over here. Underneath, you've got a different tone of walnut over here, interspaced with some really nice painted white design. This grip, to be fair, allows for thumb wraparound or thumb up position, but to be fair, the thumb up position is natural because there's a safety over here which is pushed through. So when you've cocked the actual rifle, the automatic safety engages and from left to right, so you have to push the safety from the left hand side over to the right to be able to then shoot. The trigger, again, it's Weihrauch's record 2-stage adjustable trigger, which is really nice. Straight out the box, the trigger is really nice to use. I can talk about that when I do the shooting. Protected by a really nice metal trigger guard, which has got some really nice stippling underneath, some protected stippling underneath. You've got obviously a hole over here for any adjustments you want to make. As we walk forward, you've got some 4-end stippling, which ends in a nice oval point, and Weihrauch etched into the stippling over here. As we move forward over here, now this is where the magic happens. You've got the means to, let me just turn the rifle over to break the actual barrel itself on the 35S. So by pushing this lever forward, the barrel drops down, and subsequently you then cock it from there, load your pellet into the breech, and push this back up like that, and the latch locks into place. Just to quickly let you know, as we flip this over, 1 second, we'll have a quick look at the rear sight, which is attached over here, which pre-came attached. This is adjustable for height and wind, and it works with the foresight over here, the front sight, which has interchangeable inner sections. Now, at the moment, I don't know if you can see, let me just lift up the rifle so we can try and get the intersection over there. There is a pointed element for me, and you get another couple in the box, one of which is a circular interchangeable crosshair unit, and I'm trying to remember what the other one was. I can't remember. I'll see if I can take a picture of it and put it on the screen. What else do I want to say? Very quickly, you can also adjust this inner section over here and make this section wider or smaller by popping this section out like that. Bear with me 1 second, and rotating it like this. I'll just do it on camera, it's a bit fiddly. But what you do is you pull this section out and then you rotate this section, he says. So this is quite heavily spring loaded. What you've got to do is quite pull it out, sometimes use a tool, and then rotate to which essentially gap you want. You've got smaller ones over here, slightly larger ones, depending on how you use the rear sight and the front sight together. Just before I talk about the length of the entire unit, over here you've got into the nickel plated action. You've got the actual Weihrauch model number. It doesn't tell you the caliber over here, but it does over here, 177. And then you've got hull cartridge, official hull cartridge etching over here. And admittedly, this is really nice and smooth, but this is a little bit more rough. But all Weihrauchs are distributed in the UK officially by hull cartridge, so make sure that's on there. Okay, the overall rifle itself is 44 inches in length. The barrel, when you break it over here, is from the rear section of the action here, the breech over to the end of the barrel is 18.5 inches, just to give you an idea. It is nice to cock, it's not too rigid or doesn't require a great deal of effort. Ultimately, it's a very, very aesthetically pleasing rifle to look at. So, what we're going to do now is cut to chrono results and then cut back to the rifle, and then what we'll do is I'll do my best to shoot this out at 25 open sights just to show you how this rifle performs. So for now we're just going to cut to some chrono results and then take it from there using Steve's FX Chrono with his special CIAFC branding. For those of you who come to Atherton Indoor Range, you will know what that means. So we'll cut to the chrono. Okay.
768, 11.
Point.
1. 777, 11.
Point.
3. 789, 11.
Point.
7. 770, 11.
Point.
1. 784, 11.
Point.
5.
So those are the chrono results. Just to make a note, on the chrono, on the phone itself, it says FX Crown. We use that particular profile because the pellets that I am using, and we were using on a FX Crown test earlier, are the JSB Diablo shorts, 8.44 grain. So we were slightly lazy and kept that same profile just for ease of purpose, but it's shooting very nicely at an average of 11.5 foot-pounds. So yeah, brilliant. So now's the fun time for me to try and shoot open sights, 25 meters. So I'll be honest with you, I'm what's the word I'm looking for? Not the best in terms of shooting without glasses. I have to not use glasses so I can see the front sight and the rear sight together. It's either wear glasses and see the target, and no wear glasses and not being able to see the different, the rear sight and the front sight. So I'm going with no glasses and being able to see these sights and hopefully point at what I see as a red blur, which is the bullseye. So let's see how we get on. And it's one of these where I'm saying I'm going to do 5 shots, but I might carry on because I really do enjoy shooting. So we've got some of the shorts, we've got the breech over here. You saw how easy it was for me to cock. I'm just going to push this home, make sure that it's flush inside the breech, and then load it back up and we're good to go. So, also please note when we're doing this, the recoil on this rifle is really, really nice in terms of it's quite minimal. So, actually, let me just see what it looks like with my glasses. I've not disengaged the safety yet either. I'll show you that momentarily now. So, here we go. Actually, let's... Right, safety engage here. We're good to go. Okay, first shot. Now, honestly, I don't know where that went. I'm just going to do my best. Okay. It is lovely to shoot, by the way. The trigger's gorgeous. If we have a look now at the trigger, maybe this side. Just tell the sleeve to go because you get a better view of the trigger there. So what I'm going to do is take up the first stage. Over here, there, that's the first stage. And then watch how crisp the second stage is. Out of the box, that's a really nice trigger. But in fairness, I would have expected nothing less. 2 more shots, let's see how we do. Oh, I think I might have hit the top of the target. This could be very embarrassing, bear in mind. I don't normally shoot open sight and my glasses are terrible. Let's see. I want to see how I did. Let's bring it back. So, this is going to be interesting. Let's hear what you say in the comments. Don't have a go at me. Open sights at 25. Partially wearing glasses as well. Let's see how it does. So be kind. Well, I hit it. I hit it. To be fair, you see, I remember the top one went clink. I wonder if that was when I did the, I'm trying to remember now, we can watch it back, if that was when I did the trigger test. But please bear in mind that that's 25 with me in a blur. Now, I have seen, and also my friends here shoot this rifle, and I've shot this rifle slightly closer, maybe 20, and I've done slightly better. But for me, at 25, I think with a bit more practice, definitely, I think I could do a lot better open sights. And also with bifocals. But it doesn't stop me loving shooting this rifle, because it is, again, it's lovely to shoot. It's just, again, one of those things, when you're shooting a break barrel, you get into the zone of breaking the barrel, shooting, having another go, keep going, and nothing stops you. You don't have to worry about magazines, and you don't have to worry about filling up the pistol or the rifle with air, like you do with a PCP or a CO2 or whatever it is, gas powered. This is literally just cock and shoot and keep going until you want to see what you're doing. So I rate this rifle, I do rate this rifle. I think it's definitely a beautiful piece from Weihrauch. I definitely think that shooting open sights is definitely a skill, and I think from my perspective, being able to do that at 25, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. Practice, I think. Right, if you've liked what you've seen, please like and subscribe to the channel. As always, I've got some new exciting videos coming up with new content, new rifles and pistols. Thank you very much again to my good friends at Acton Indoor Range. I think that's it for now. Look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Thanks a lot. Hi, back again. Very quickly, Steve and I were having a quick chat as we're packing up, and we were saying that we wonder what this will perform like with a scope, considering that it's got the appropriate scope mounts. It's just finding the appropriate scope. So the fact that we've got the arrestor pin slots and the dovetail mount over here, yeah, I think a part 2 on this particular rifle is in order. Let's see. If you do think a part 2 is in order, please leave some comments, and yeah, we'll take it from there, I think. Thank you very much.